very beginning, and when we first thought of the idea, I don't know if you had a chance to hear the original story.
A letter to the editor started it. There had been a lot of talk about building a dog and cat shelter in town, which is fine with me. We have a dog, we love him dearly. So I had no problem with the community getting behind them and building this dog shelter. But I was very aware of the homeless people in our community also, and I just kind of thought, where are our priorities?
Day-to-day operations are, we start out the morning, in fact, in this room. Everybody comes to class and they have a notebook, it's a planner, to see what they're going to be doing for the day, whether it be make appointments, go to appointments, look for job search, and then we have a prayer and a devotion.
We need to be able to help them pay for their laundry. We need to have them be able to get bus tickets and be able to go on job interviews and have the appropriate clothing and those types of things, and that's a big concern that we have.
If we had more donations, we could do more for our guests, get them transportation, laundry cards, more food they need, help them get on their feet better and get them where they need to be.
Some of them have found housing, some get evicted for behavior. There's some behaviors that we just can't tolerate and have in the shelter. Some have moved with family, so not all of them have found housing on their own, but they have been here for one reason or another.
Well, last year we really intended to be an overnight shelter only, but the weather was so bad, and we had a person here that was a school person, couldn't go anywhere during the day. We had children here, and we ended up kind of accidentally becoming a 24-hour shelter just out of need. We are, however, still a winter shelter. It'd be great to be able to expand our services to be a full year-long shelter.
One that's really stood out to me is we had a gentleman here, and he was young, in his 20s, and just was dealt the wrong cards. I don't really want to get into details on their personal stuff, but we encouraged him, and he applied at Ferris and actually got into a program and is now living on campus and doing extremely well.
I just feel I'm doing the right thing. If I could, I feel good about what I'm doing, and I hope that it is received by the guests that we have here.
My name is Brian Walsh. I own McKenzie Laundry. We're a commercial laundry for hospitals and nursing homes, restaurants, you name it. We just about do everything for the community. When they first started Our Brother's Keeper, and was wondering if I'd be willing to donate my services for washing their laundry. And at that point in time, I knew two of the people that were on the board, and I agreed to do so. It's just a good cause, you know. With the Michigan economy right now, life can get really hard. I would love to see it be able to grow, be able to take care of more people at a time. I see the need getting, well, over the last 2 winters, I've saw the need grow from the first winter to the second winter. And they can only house and keep so many people during a certain day period. I'd like to be able to see them get bigger and to be able to house more people. About 150 pounds of laundry a week. That's how we base everything at the business, is by poundage. And we keep a running track of it. And again, we can't use it as a tax credit or anything like that, so it's completely off the top of our business. And again, that's not a consideration for us. It wasn't a hesitation for us. My wife and I, we've owned the business going on 19 years, and it's just a good way to get back to the area. I had one person give me a Christmas card during Christmas season from Our Brother's Keeper, and it really meant a lot to me, you know. It was just come up to me out of the blue, just somebody I'd see there when I deliver the laundry, and they just came up and gave us a Christmas card. And I took it back to my plant, made sure all the employees got to see it because they are a part of it as well. They do the work. I mean, all I do is just deliver. My company does the work for it.
One of the biggest problems that we face here at OBK is transportation. We need to have a reliable, renewable source of transportation for our guests to avoid something like a job interview becoming a major challenge. The reason why it becomes such a challenge for these folks to do something as simple as a job interview is because more often than not, they don't know how long it's going to take them to get there. We don't have the transportation services and volunteers here in order to provide it in-house. We don't have a van or any source of vehicle to get people to and from their destinations directly. I'm hearing from our guests very often that it can take sometimes hours to show up to and from an interview. If they call up, the bus may arrive on time, but depending on how many people are on that bus may have 7, 8, 10 stops, and it's not a set path like what most major cities have. What generally takes them an hour to go to and from grabbing groceries or a simple task could turn into a 2 or 3 hour task, thus involving them missing their job interview or their appointment that's needed for them to become more independent. Just trying to plan to get to work and then dealing with trying to establish a reputation as being a punctual person really is a challenge for these folks.
The shelter helped me with getting a job because I'm not very good at doing applications, but a bunch of volunteers here are more than willing to help you and sit down and help you fill out an application. So they helped me a lot with that. So I finally just got a job, so it'll be my first job, so we're all excited.
Well, I guess it's the staff here actually are really nice to me. They help me out. They've been doing their best to help me get a job and find placement for housing.
Solidly confirm here that this is a good place and that they're really putting their whole heart into helping us out.
I volunteer because I feel nobody should be homeless.
Basically, it's the Christian thing to do.
I volunteer because I want to make a difference in the lives of people who need help.
I volunteer because I am the change that I want to see in this world. And I think that that's why everybody volunteers too.
I volunteer here as well as work here because I love the people. It's a calling from God. I think if it's not in your heart, you don't put forth 100%, and everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs help in their life.
For myself today, I'm going to thank First Baptist Church and Pastor Peterson.
We'd love to thank businesses, groups, fraternities, sororities, Ferris.
You can help us by visiting www.obkshelter.org. There you can find the items that we need, you can make cash donations, and you can find our contact information to donate time and materials. You can also help us by visiting all of our sponsors and many of the people who have donated items to us. Thank you.